So, I'm sad. So, I thought it would be the perfect time to make a video and eat, this concoction here. It really does seriously look like turd. But it's, frozen banana and, a little bit too much cocoa powder, peanut butter, and coconut. And let me tell you, it hits the sad spot at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. But anyway, I'm sad because people are sucky sometimes. But, today we're going to talk about unhealthy relationships. But not with people. We're not doing that with people right now. We're talking about unhealthy relationships that I have found that I needed to repair while recovering from anorexia. Because, oh my gosh, it's been surprising. Because, okay, one of the most pathetic memories I have was sitting over yonder on that couch, drinking ice cold, this Hubba Bubba. Do I have it? Hold on. This is Hubba Bubba, alright? Like, huge. It's like 50-something ounces. 52 ounces. I filled it with ice cold water and drank it, and I had to drink like 3 a day. And I was over there on that couch, and I was already a freezing girl because I had no body fat on me. And that was just a really sucky memory, okay? As you can imagine, as you can imagine, I don't know why I'm doing this. As you can imagine, that kind of made my relationship with water a little odd, because it was now a punishment, meant to punish my already cold body. And I didn't like that. Another thing that I did is in my college cafeteria, I would not eat the entire day and then binge on steamed vegetables. And then the thing about exercise, which is vastly different than the other two, but we still need to get into it. I needed to take a chocolate break, but I'm back now. I'm pretty sure I have chocolate everywhere. But we'll deal with it. I'll just talk like this the entire time. No, I'm kidding. You're just going to have to deal with my chocolate teeth. Anyway, those relationships that I had to repair were quite odd, and it was really odd that I had to repair them. But let's talk about that. When I entered in recovery, I did not want water. I did not want vegetable tablets, and I did not want frutas. I was tired of it. I had way too freaking much, and I just didn't want to make. The reason why I had vegetables and fruits in the first place was because they were low calorie and because they were voluminous. The thing is, in recovery, I didn't care if they were voluptuous. I didn't care how they were in my stomach. Because my body, where it was like, Sarah, this still isn't enough. So I would eat a frick ton of vegetables, and I would be so sick to my stomach full. But homegirl would still be like, shoving it down. So, like, I would eat that, and then, excuse my French, but spend a good portion of time on the toilet, and then I go right back in for some more fresh steamed broccoli. So it was like, it was torturous. It was torturous. And as for the water, I was already so freaking cold, and like the fact that I had to drink all that ice water it was pushed me over the edge. Even when I was anorexic, I stopped doing that ice water thing because it was like, there was like hell, and then there was something else, and I was not ready to do the something else. I was already living in hell. I didn't need to make it worse, so I didn't. I stopped, but I still drink water as like a filling my stomach technique. And then, the whole diet thing, you're like, you need to drink water, and of course you need to drink water. You do. Like, I'm not saying you don't have to drink water. I'm saying you do. But in recovery, I was eating so much freaking food that I didn't really need to drink water, actually. I'm so self-conscious about my teeth right now. But we're going to move on. I didn't really need to drink water because Homegirl was having tens of thousands of calories, and I was getting an ungodly amount of food with water inside of it. And, like, we get a lot of water from food, so it wasn't that big of a deal. It was when my extreme hunger started to wane away that my relationship with water started to heal. And it wasn't like, it was kind of like I would do a sippy sip. I mean, it was like I would have it when I felt like it, rather than you have to drink 64 ounces between every meal and right before. Because I remember going downstairs and like filling up the Hubba Bubba and drinking it right before each meal, and it would be a sight to behold because you'd have this scrawny little thing like making orbits around the kitchen with her jug, and I would count to 50 each time I took a drink. It would be 50 swallows. It was something else. It was something else, I'm telling you. And I guess like repairing. I mean, I feel like with these relationships that I'm repairing, it's more of like, I understand that there's so much chocolate. I understand that you have weird things that you need to repair, and you are not crazy. Vegetables. I did not want any vegetables in recovery. Nope. I had my fair share. I had probably like 3 years worth of vegetables. More than that. I've had more than 3 years worth of vegetables just in the time that I was with anorexia. Like, it was just too many vegetables too often, like plates and plates. Like, the cafeteria would run out of steamed vegetables because of me, and like the co-workers started to hate me because this little scrawny thing was coming in and eating all the vegetables, and then that would make them have to do more work, and it was just not a good thing for them. It wasn't ideal for my digestive system or my mental status. It was just bad. And when I entered recovery, that was one of the biggest reliefs. Like, they dreaded when I came into the cafeteria because of all the vegetables I would eat. And then I didn't eat vegetables, and they were like, hallelujah. And I was like, hallelujah, I get granola now. What? Except I'm in this mental torment, and please make it stop. But other than that, yay granola. Am I right? So in recovery, Homegirl did not have vegetables, and yeah. As for exercise, no. I did not exercise for like a year and a half into my recovery. I had my period back, hunger signals, extreme hunger was gone. All of that was gone, and I didn't exercise at all the same way. It was more of a... When I went to the gym, when I was anorexic, I had like a very strict routine. Every single day, I did not miss a day. And then every single day, I would do the same thing for the same amount of time. And then I would do orbits around campus or orbits around the neighborhood. And now I just, when I feel like it, I go. When I don't feel like it, I don't go. And then I don't do the same things. I mostly lift weights or do Pilates or yoga or something like that. So, yeah, it's completely different. But still, I'm very cautious to recommend starting exercise. I don't think you should for at least a year. At least a year. I would prefer more than a year's break. You don't have to do much to repair those relationships. You don't have to try really hard like you do with human ones. Your body needs it, and so it'll eventually give it to you. And as for exercise, yes, you need to move your body, but you don't need to do it purposeful for a while. In fact, it's actually counterintuitive to recovery to do it, and it'll make it longer if you do it too early. So always err on the side of too long. And also, you don't need to. I mean, walking is sufficient. And I'm not giving you exercise recommendations. My only recommendation for you is to wait more than you think you should. Alright? I feel like all of these relationships are things that will repair on their own, and will repair with time. And you don't need to stress about it. If you're stressing about it, then you're probably doing it wrong. So, I hope you can relate to this, because I realized that I was like You know, I have an issue with water. That's a pretty good achievement if you have an issue with water. Glad to hang out with you guys during this day with my chocolate ice cream thing. I didn't have ice cream in the house, so this is why I did that. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later. Oh, I wanted to say, yeah, I kind of didn't expect getting a job, but I kind of just got it. I was hanging out, because I was close to my coworkers, and I was hanging out with them, and my boss was like, hey, you want a job? And I was like, yes. And then he conducted the interview right where we were, and I was like, oh. And now I have a job, so I'm working a lot, which is great. I get money, but at the same time, I don't have time for this. What are you talking about? Alright, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye.